Hey y'all, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a twin flame collective read in light of the Pisces full moon, which will highlight some compassion, communication, intuition should be bumping. But also you may be unpacking some things. So let's see, I know a lot of obsession has been happening, a lot of intrusive energies and thought processes have been happening with the twins. So let's see what we get, y'all. Okay, lockbox. Closed in, trapped, frustrated. So the connection for a lot of us has felt like, it's kind of getting a little dark, right? Like there's no hope. Things are locked away. You have to keep it to yourself. It's not going anywhere, right? So again, when this happens, that's a call for you to go into your inner self and seek out the reason why you want validity of the connection, right? Single. So some of you could be single out there. Current status is available. And also you're wondering, if you are wondering why your other counterpart is single and they're not reaching out to you, that could be a lot of your frustration as well. I think sometimes the old saying is, when one door closes, another door opens, or a window opens, or whatever it is, right? But I think what this is saying is, with Archangel Michael showing up as a protection card here, that right now there's divine intervention. Maybe it is not time. All of this relies on divine timing, which is totally frustrating. But maybe it's for your protection, that this is not happening for you just yet. I think a lot of you are feeling the connection. A lot of you are having transference of emotion. A lot of telepathic communication is happening between the twins. Just a lot of longing and, again, obsession. And that could be someone manifesting you in. That could be you manifesting the other party in. But you're feeling the connection in a real hardcore way. But like in the 3D reality, nothing is moving. And so, again, concentrate on yourself. And that's the most frustrating piece of advice in the world, okay? But it's also the truest. So focus back on yourself, focus back on your ego, focus back on the validity issues, get grounded. A lot of times we forget when we are in obsession phase, or we're in runner phase, or we're in whatever phase, okay? We forget to ground, because when you have transference of emotion, and when you're having a lot of telepathic communication, and when you're getting a lot of synchronicities, and you're getting the songs, and you're getting the numbers, and you're getting dragonflies or whatever, right? We forget to sit down and ground, because that could send you into a tailspin and trigger an obsession phase. So, let's see what else we get. So, lots of obsession with no satisfaction. But remember, there's a protection happening right now for this connection. So maybe the other counterpart may be unpacking a lot of shadow phase stuff. They may be not in the right state of mind, right, for this connection right now. Beginning. There may be a new direction for this connection, right? A new direction may be happening, but sometimes we have to go through the phases in which we're sloughing stuff off. We have to get in energetic alignment with each other. So a lot of infatuation happening. There is a new beginning here for you and your counterpart. However, right now there is an infatuation phase, which is ego, right? So that's the part that has to die, that fantasizing, that not bringing it down to reality. So a lot of obsession, infatuation is happening. But on the other side, what keeps nothing moving in the 3D is the pride of the ego. The most potent weapon in the arsenal of the ego is pride, right? So I think you're at a standstill. You and your twin are at a standstill, right? You're both operating in a energy of pride. Well, I'm not going to. Remember what happened last time? Well, I'm not going to, because remember what happened last time? So that's what's keeping it apart. But with that being said, if you're in that, you're working through your ego. And that's something that has to be laid down. Arrogance. The arrogance of the other counterpart may be making everything look wonderful on Facebook. The arrogance of the other counterpart may be one thing is thinking that, oh, they'll always be there. They will always be there. Anytime I call, they'll come running. And that's a validation of their own ego and their own arrogance. Being stubborn. Well, I'm not going to make the first move. I feel like I've done everything I can do here, which I'm a victim of all the time. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm over here like, when hell freezes over, that's what I kind of have to say. So that's another weapon of the ego that you have to unpack. You have to figure out why you don't want to be vulnerable, the whole nine. So there is something keeping the union separate right now. Now, again, for protection and because of stubborn pride. Stubborn pride, which makes you go into infatuation, which makes you go into obsession. It's a nasty cycle if you don't break it. You got to learn to break it. But like I say, in the 12-step twin flame program, you have to sometimes go back and rework all those steps. Sometimes it's weekly. Sometimes it's daily. Sometimes it's hourly, right? But you have to remember to ground. You have to go in and understand, why are you seeking the validation? And you have to get back in your program. Unpack the lesson. Lots of ear ringing may be happening. Lots of waves of sadness coming over you. Synchronicities are off the charts. And in fact, they're starting to take different forms. Like some of you have progressed past the 111222 stuff, right? And you're seeing names. You're seeing streets, signs with the name. You're seeing the name everywhere. There's specific details to the connection that you may be seeing out in the world. So it's not always about the numbers. Sometimes it can be about a lot of other things. I know for me, it's been dragonflies off the charts this week. So pay attention to your synchronicities. And ear ringings are downloads. So pay attention to what it is that you're being asked to look at. Yeah, so somebody wants rid of this connection for sure, right? Somebody secretly wants to free themselves from this longing, this obsession, this loneliness, this separation. And they want their other counterpart to come in. I think Divine Femmes, you guys are entertaining the night on the white horse fantasy, right? You're entertaining that. Your divine masculine will suddenly wake up and come in swooping to take you away from all of this horribleness, right? That is the current ego trip that you're going to have to kind of work on. Wish fulfillment is for this communication that's not happening to break. That somebody will break the ice and come into union. One of you guys is single and you're not exactly happy being single. And the other one's hoping that knowing this information, because you guys do be spying, y'all know you do. Somebody wants to break this communication and clear the waters. So we've got divine feminines hoping that the divine masculine will come in and swoop them away and break the ice and do the thing, right? Then we have the masculines over here kind of hiding behind stuff, sneaking, spying, stalking almost, but they aren't coming forward. And they're trying to overcome something, yes, but they are being secret stalkers. Just saying. And they almost get to the point of wanting to communicate, and then boom, they back off, they backtrack. Divine Femmes want to talk about plans for the future, I think, and they want to, the consensus here is, let's put the past in the past. Let's let bygones be bygones, depending on the severity of the situation. But remember, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. And we have an energy here of the Divine Feminine wanting to talk about letting things go, trying to let things go. Moving forward, past the twin flame journey, moving forward and wanting to let things go. There's been a lot of stagnation in the 3D reality. There's been a lot of stagnation, almost to the point where, you're both questioning if this is a real thing, if this is a real journey. Was this person my twin? Maybe they're a karmic. And so then the minute that you do that, those synchronicities come rushing in, right? I know I had a similar thing happen this week where, I was like, whatever, this is whack. F this crap, right? And then boom, synchronicity, 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 synchronicity. So sometimes those are validation for you and your own thought process, okay? Stagnation needs to be ended. Somebody wants the stagnation to end. They are trying to seek balance in their own life. Somebody's been doing an awful lot of grounding. Moving past toxicity. Remember, I said with this Pisces moon coming up, you're going to be doing a lot of unpacking of things. And that's what's happening here. The both of you are experiencing unpacking things that you don't necessarily like about yourselves, or it's unreleased trauma that's happening that you are trying to work through and unpack to get to this point where you are this match. Okay, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, taking that leap of faith to break that pride cycle and come together in union. So what does this mean? Okay, we've unpacked what's been going on, what could possibly be going on. We're unpacking a block now that's talking about what's preventing union. The block is getting rid of the trauma, getting rid of the karmic cycles that you two are continuing to be in, getting rid of the ego, the pride, so that you can come together in union. So let's check in on the masculine and see what's going on with them. So those are your blocks, and that could be currently what's going on with you, you guys out there. So let's see about the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine wants to unblock this situation and bring in apologies. Hi. Here's a peace offering. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we talk? Can we talk? I'm sorry. Can we talk? You're still in my mind. Can't get you off my mind. Longing to come toward you. Can we talk? I've overcome some shit. I've overcome addiction. I've overcome a bad time in my life. I've unpacked some trauma. I have shut down some karmic cycles. I've eliminated people in my life who keep me stagnated, or who keep me in a position, or who keep me triggered. I've overcome something. Can we talk about it? Can we talk? Somebody wants to break the ice. I'm single. I've made a decision. I've made a decision. This is what I want. Union, 11-11, okay? But I'm afraid you're going to reject me because you've moved past this. I'm afraid of rejection because you've moved past this. So, let's see what's going on with the feminine. Feminine's still thinking about union, relationship. Communication, that's what the feminine wants. She is past the point. She figuratively, you can be a feminine and be a man. So just remember that. So when I say she, I'm just referring to the energy. She's gotten past the point where she's anticipating this romantic offer. I think she just wants to have a conversation now about what the hell's going on. I think that feminines feel like they need to reach out to the masculine to have this conversation, but I don't think that you should. Okay, dick's in the dirt, it says no. Don't reach out to the masculine. Let the masculine reach out to you. They have something that they want to relate to you, but it has to be in their own time. I think feminine's given up on the masculine. Is he ever going to change? Is this ever going to change? Is he ever going to figure it out? And so that keeps the feminine in sort of a depressive state, which takes her out of her energy as the Empress. This isn't the Empress card, I know. Some of you are going to get in that comment and say, well, I know what card it is. This is taking you out of your Empress energy and your feminine strength, which is love, support, nurture, birthing, things that are new, transformation. And it takes you from being grounded and standing in your position as a confident woman or man. I'm running this. I know what I'm doing. I know what needs to be done. I'm going to take care of my business. I'm going to focus on me and my success. So remember that. Don't get caught in the trap of they're never going to figure it out. They're never going to change. Because that, again, is what you're putting out there, number one. And you're telling the universe that their work doesn't matter. You're telling yourself that your work doesn't matter. And you're staying in a negative kind of phase. He's always going to be a player. There's always going to be another one, right? And you're not thinking about new opportunity, which is good and bad. Getting out of the mindset that someone is here, that your counterpart's here to be in a love romance union with you, and you guys are going to get married and ride off into the sunset and all that stuff. That's a beautiful thing, but that's for soulmates. When you accept the fact that your twin flame may not be a romantic counterpart, or they may not be in relationship with you, they may not be someone that you come home to every day after work, is where you begin to understand the twin flame journey, because are twin flames about romance? Sort of. I mean, in the beginning they can be, but that's really not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to bring you back to yourself, is to get you on your spiritual mission, to get you in ascension cycles, to elevate. Therefore, elevating everyone around you, because that's kind of your job. So, when you get into the phase in which you're giving up the attachment to the person, and you're focusing on the energy, you're focusing on the messages, you're focused on yourself and your own spiritual path, that's when you start to really understand what this journey's about. So, feminine is releasing an attachment. Masculine is releasing toxicity. So let's see what's going on in between you. Okay, there's been stagnation in healing. There's been stagnation in profession, right? Recognition of the connection. There's been stagnation in expression. And you've both been sort of trying to carve the other one out of your mind. Oh, I'm not going to think about that. You know, that's not going to happen. Get out of my head, right? So balance needs to be had here. So let's see, why is justice here? That is the balance between the masculine and the feminine, of course. You're out of balance. It's ridden with anxiety. Some people are choosing to use work as a distraction. And it remains unchanged. So Pisces full moon. Pisces is all about, in this particular respect, that's not what all the Pisces moon's about, but in this particular respect, this is about surrender. This is about surrendering to the fact that things are what they are. It is what it is. We are where we are at. Is it a real thing? Yes. What can I do to further my own journey? I am looking for the other person to solve my problems. I am looking for the other twin to validate me. I'm looking for the other twin to come and fix things. So bounce the ball back on yourself. That is the truth. It says here, you cannot think the other person is going to fix it. They won't. They can't think that you're going to fix it. You won't. So the issue is learning to balance the masculine and the feminine, yes, but also learning to balance in the ego the idea of validation and that someone's going to come save you, because they're not. So basically what you have here is surrender. Surrender is truth. Surrender, new beginnings. Once you understand the idea of surrender, you know, that's kind of when this thing starts coming together. Surrendering can be, yes, I recognize this connection. Yes, I understand it's here. Does the other person owe me anything? Not a damn thing. Do I owe them anything? Not a damn thing. Is this a spiritual connection? Yes. Am I releasing, the attachment to the person? 100%. So let's see how the divine feminine, divine masculine is feeling about the divine feminine. Okay, they've got big masculine king energy here. Wanting, desiring the commitment, being elusive and not speaking about it, and hiding behind their defense mechanisms. So basically they've got this big energy for you here that they want to commit to you. Their secret is that they're overcoming. Remember, we had this devil card up here. Hi, I'm overcoming addiction. I've overcome something. Whatever it was for that person. So they're overcoming, okay, but they're still standing back there not doing anything. There's no movement. So let's see what this moon's about. But also remember, the moon represents deep feelings, deep emotions, deep connections. They want to be a king to you, but here's where they are currently. They want to be this king to you, but look where they are hiding behind that little stick there. Anyways, all right. So let's see what this moon's about. Okay, that's why there's no communication. They don't have the courage just yet. They're still overcoming. They don't have the courage. They've been dark night of the soul. They've been spiritual journey stuff. They've been hermiting because, you know, when you get on this spiritual journey, sometimes you got to hermit in order to clear out. So that's what's happening. That's why there's been no communication, no movement, because they're hiding behind that little stick there. It's kind of like that dog who hides half their body under the bed, and they think because, you know, they can't see you that you can't see them. That's kind of what's happening here. But the divine masculine forgets that the feminine feels and sees all with their twin. Just remember. Okay, love is alive here. How does the masculine feel about the feminine? Okay, still desires you physically, still thinks that you're beautiful, still wants this future with you. They want to bring this cup of love with you. And womb, cup, emotions, deep emotions, love. Okay, that's kind of how the masculine is feeling about you. So let's see how the feminine is feeling about the masculine right now. Okay, they're still, they still want this dream. They still want this togetherness. But the feminine is coming out of illusion phase. So the feminine is progressing to release attachment and walking away from the attachment. Feminine is walking away from the idea of attachment. Not cutting the connection, but stopping. I'm not going to be in this anymore. I'm closing this cycle. I'm not going to do this with you anymore. The illusion is over. Show me something I haven't seen before. And they're fixing to. They're fixing to break this ice and show you something you hadn't seen before. So let's see, what is the masculine going to do? Let's see what they're going to do, because there's not been any action. Okay, here we go. Relationship. They are meditating on relationship. They're trying to put the past in the past. They want this reconciliation. So they're trying to put childish ways behind them. They want this reconciliation. They want to come at you brand new. They want to come at you at a different angle. They're not going to be employing the same childish bullshit or the same old tricks, that they had in the past. They're going to come at you in a brand new way. With balance, with calmness, with harmony, with the idea, let's fix the connection, which it's not broken. You're fixing yourselves. Let's be in harmony with one another. I've freed myself from something. I've learned a new path. I'm ready now. I'm a brand new me. Okay? Take it or leave it, okay? I want to bridge this distance between communication that we have. I want to come toward you. I want to come toward you. Lover, I want to come toward you. Now, there may be physical desires here, right? That may need to be. So as far as physical desires go, they may still be in their ego phase, right? What's the feminine going to do? Feminine is going to decide to make better choices this time around. There's going to be some boundaries laid down. That's cool that you're a brand new you, but guess what? Show me something I hadn't seen before. Also, feminine is like, I'm not going to be the person you thought I was anymore. I'm not the same person I used to be. Let's see why this Empress is in reverse. Empress feels like some of the choices that she's made has led her where she is as far as the masculine is concerned. I want victory past this twin flame journey. I want an offer. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely about both of you being brand new yous. Masculine's overcome. He's a brand new me. Feminine saying, look it, I am too. Now, what I desire is recognition of this relationship and an offer. Okay, so let's see what the masculine expects the feminine to do. Be transparent. I think recognizing this as a victory instead of focusing on the past. Stability, coming together with stability. They want to move past the past. So what does the feminine expect the masculine to do? Communicate. Communicate why things happened. So the feminine wants to unpack the past a little bit. They want to talk about it because they need to close the situation. Masculine is like, look, I don't want to dwell on the past. I want to be transparent with you, but I don't want to dwell on the past. And the feminine's like, yeah, but guess what? Until we kind of learn from that issue, when we talk about it a little bit, we can't move forward. Yeah, so the feminine expects the masculine to create conflict again and to throw a wall up when they're faced with having to talk about what happened. So feminines, I get it, I understand. This is about the feminine releasing the past a little bit. Don't shoot the damn messenger, okay? Feminines need to release. Masculines need to take responsibility. Feminines are going to be setting boundaries. Masculines are coming out of a dark night of the soul. They're a brand new me, right? So let's get some love cards on it and kind of see where we go from there. That's where your current twin flame connection could be at this time. And again, the pride card. The pride card is going to be the block in the way of this, okay? Just remember that. Love truly has no pride, but it can have boundaries, okay? You deserve love. Release your ex. Release the past. You may be going into another union bubble love phase, perhaps. You're going to be getting to know each other because, after all, the feminine is saying, I'm not the same person I used to be. Neither is the masculine. Romantic feelings, of course, and let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So this could be as simple as, hey, seeking advice spiritually, your twin flame groups, things like that. Yeah. Calling in your soulmate, prayers, affirmations, visualizations, releasing, right? Putting out the right things. Chemistry, of course. Retreat. So when this comes out to me, what I got when it came out in reverse was don't run, don't run, don't run. Heart-to-heart conversations are going to happen, so don't worry about it, feminines. You're going to get that conversation that you desire with the masculine regarding what happened. So the masculine's about to break the ice here. So that's what I have for you guys for your Twin Flame Collective, and I'll see you guys later.